Hello, Gemini. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a reading for July 2023, or whenever this message finds you. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Gemini at this time, please? Messages for Gemini at this time, please. Thank you. Your first card out is number 10, Major Arcana, the light of the world. Your higher self is calling right now, Gemini. Your second card is the King of Keys. And your third card, another Major Arcana, number 7, Fated Meeting. Some type of fated meeting on the horizon for you. On the bottom of this deck, the number 22, another Major Arcana, add some. This is indicating that your spirit family is all around you right now, Gemini, and all you have to do is call on them, and they will be there to help you. I'm going to clarify these cards with a few cards from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Spirit and angel guides, thank you so much for these messages for Gemini. What are the clarifying messages for Gemini at this time, please? Clarifying messages for Gemini. Thank you. Clarifying the light of the world. The Two of Swords. Clarifying the King of Keys. The Tower. Clarifying fated meeting. The Six of Wands. That's a beautiful way to end this reading. And on the bottom of this deck, the Four of Wands. Always celebration with your spirit family. They're always there, available to you, Gemini, want your highest good. And all you have to do is call on them. And we all so often forget that, don't we? They're right there available for us and to us. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I usually wait until the end, but I'm just feeling compelled to pull it right now. So let's see. Spirit and angel guides. What's the Shaman's Dream Oracle message for Gemini at this time, please? Please help bring clarity and guidance to Gemini with this reading. Thank you. Shaman's Dream Oracle card. Horseman, Herald of Change. Yeah, the Tower is definitely an indicator of change, Gemini. So, to begin your reading, you have the number 10, the light of the world, clarified by the Two of Swords. The light of the world, you can see there is a divine ascended master there at the door knocking. And inside, that is your higher self, Gemini. And you can see the person in this card is very busy working. They don't even hear the knock at the door. But that's all it takes, Gemini, for you to recognize that you have this visitor right now. all it takes for you to open the door is to acknowledge your higher self. And you do that every day by acknowledging that being within you. And so perhaps right now with this Two of Swords, this is a card of making a decision. The Two of Swords is generally about deciding one way or another. You're at a stalemate. And so I feel like that's exactly what this means, is that it's just up to you, Gemini, to decide that you're going to acknowledge that your higher self is at the door knocking, and that it's time for you to open that door, because you're the only one who can. You're the only one who can do that. So that's the short and sweet version of those two cards, but that's what I'm getting. For these next two cards, the King of Keys, clarified by the Tower. The King of Keys is a card that can mean that you are a stable, independent, business-minded person, Gemini. It could mean that there's a person like this coming into your life, male or female. The kings and queens can always represent a new love interest, male or female, it doesn't matter. When I see these two cards together, the Tower clarifying the King of Keys, I just have an overwhelming feeling of a new love interest that is going to potentially bring everything down and rebuild it back again 1,000 times better, Gemini. I wish I could say that was for all of you, and maybe it is. But potentially there is someone coming in here that is going to change everything for you, that will tear down every belief, every thought pattern, every idea that you've ever had about what life is supposed to be or love is supposed to be. The King of Keys has all kinds of, it's like the keys are likened to pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite. So, of course, you have to keep in mind this person could be more business-minded than interested in love. And, there's a whole list of things, that you're supposed to go down, to remind people, because there are so many scenarios of what could actually be happening, right? It's not a personal reading, but for me personally, that's just the feeling that I get from these cards right now is, and I love how this witch is smiling. It's like, it doesn't matter that everything was torn down. It doesn't matter that I had to start all over again, because I have this divine partner. I was going to say this king, but this male, female, whomever they are, that mean everything to me, that I'll happily tear everything down and start over again. Of course, as I said, doesn't necessarily mean that'll resonate with everyone. But that's what I'm feeling, Gemini. And for these final cards for you, the number 7 Fated Meeting, Major Arcana, clarified by the Six of Wands. The Fated Meeting card is just that. You can see two people here. The clock tower is just a few minutes before 12. They have come together to meet at a time when their higher selves had predetermined. That's what this card ultimately means. And of course it could be a love interest. For me, this reading is leaning in that direction. But again, covering the meanings of the cards, the Fated Meeting card could be anyone. It could be, it's just a meeting that is going to be very important in your life. And this relationship can be a very important one, whether it's romantic or not. It could be a business relationship. It could be a friendship that's completely platonic. But this person will be here to help you celebrate. The Six of Wands is a card of celebration for me. It's victory after the battle. Coming in to, receive those rewards that you're so due. So As I just said that, pardon me, Gemini, as my voice cracked there. As I just said that, for some of you, this fated meeting, it's the one that you've waited for. It is the one that you've waited for. It's the one that some of you maybe, are in your later years, perhaps. Maybe you've already been married and had kids and you've done all that, and you never realized that at such a time in your life, I'm seeing this lady that she's handing the rose to. She looks a little younger than the one sitting on a little older than the one sitting on the barrel. Hey, maybe younger at heart, But I'm just feeling like this could be a very, very special relationship for some of you. That could be romantic. That could be your at long last, at last. Victory. Good news. This is my reward, after so many years. Sorry, Gemini, I didn't mean to get choked up there, but I feel like for some of you that's what that means. So this is a good reading for you regardless. It's a beautiful reading of you meeting with your higher self, needing to come to terms with that and opening that door. There could be potentially, a tower is going to have to fall before this King of Keys can work his magic, or before the two of you can come together in this fated meeting, if that is what this means for you. For some of you, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to stick with how I feel about that. If this reading doesn't resonate, it's okay. Just watch another one, click off. There's lots of other messages that may apply for you on YouTube or one of your other Gemini readings from me, maybe from a previous month. As I said, some of the other weeks, they're all fluid. Time is fluid, so take it as it resonates. Your shaman's dream oracle message. Horseman, good news, caution, herald of change. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Become a herald of the positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. The horseman cautions you not to allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial. Be sure that there is substance to the news that you spread, and you are willing to live up to the expectations you raise. The world will welcome you with open arms as you share an uplifting message. Heed the horseman. When he shows up once, he bears good news and is announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. A prosperous and peaceful time. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Gemini. These were beautiful messages for you. I hope that this resonates with you. I thank you again for coming back to visit my channel. Every like and subscribe means the world to me. If this reading has resonated with you, please hit that like button for me right now. It will help my channel grow. And I'm trying to get these good messages out to everyone who can use them and hopefully find a little positivity in them. Thank you, Gemini. Thank you, Spirit and Angels, for these messages for Gemini. This final card is from the Divine Abundance Oracle deck by Tasha Silver, and all these decks will be down in the description box below. Ease. It is easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. That horseman was all about changing your mindset, Gemini. Do your absolute best right now to open your mind to receive with ease. I see brighter days, Gemini, and a wonderful future for you, of course, with the Six of Wands. Always a wonderful card to end a reading on. So I hope that this has resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love and light.